the prince that didn't get to be a king.
Abadat was known for killing war men no matter their ages, so they could keep their women, children and all their wealth, wanting to grow their army and power. There were only a few survivors between Abadat's and Yoruba's war since Abadat ended up with almost every warrior. They burned their houses, cattle and sowing. The worst thing was the king's death, after 6 long hours. The survivors gave a sign of movement and survival since they spread apart. They could inhale death and it felt like they took their souls away from them. They survived that day, but they felt like a part of them was gone with the ones who actually were killed. It was time to change path and start all over again somewhere else. They were immigrating for more than 2 years from one place to another. They went from Cameroon to Congo, but they couldn't find what they once had in Yoruba's tribe. Since they only found shortage in those lands, they went back close to Nigeria's border, 100 kilometers away from Togo. They found a zone that reminded them to the old place where they once ruled, so they decided to settle there. Their population was growing fast, so they established a new tribe's king. There were certain rules inside the tribe and most of the men's biggest wish was to be a warrior, one of the type of warrior that would give their lives to defend their tribe, because their name would be on the Batul's stone. There wasn't a day that would pass without Azam sitting down when the sun was rising in front of the stone and said, "I will be remembered on that stone even after my death. Generations will scream my name, cities will carry my legacy and the world will know I existed." At 19 years old, it was believed that gods visited tribes and gave part of their spirit to only one man. It was told that that chosen man would be given a power which it would bring peace and security to his tribe and they would be more prepared to win the war. Plus, the chosen man would go at the front of every battle. Time to choose a man was coming soon, on which all the gods' power would be given to that chosen man. The list of men was Azam, Badu's son, Duka, Ekin's son and Ajaz, Azam's best friend. It was told that they will smell death again, war days. The closer the day was, the more Azam and Duka would fight against each other. Duka had resentment to Azam. In the good days of Yoruba's tribe, the king, Azam's father, went to battle. He was the one who went in the front because that was the god's decision. Beside him was Ekin, the guide of his army and Duka's father. But during the war against Mafalaku's tribe, Ekin died. That reached Duka's ears and also that the king left behind his father in battle. But the truth was that the king gave priority to the good of the whole tribe, above a warrior's life. He knew that it was first the life of a whole tribe, then the life of a man. That day Azam's father never used again the warrior costume, chosen by the gods in honor to Duka's father. There was an unwavering law in the tribe. That law was, do not kill one of your brothers, even though he hurt you. The test day was here, where they would show who the day before was given by the gods during the night the great power. The test was carried out on the Mount of Gimbayas, place where eagles sleep. They left at 6 a.m. sharp and had to go find a tree root of the motherland, which was at the center of the whole of the Chilaquils. When Ajaz turned away from Duka and Azam, Duka tried to attack Azam from behind with a tip made of stone. He failed to do so, but fled from the presence of Azam because its goal wasn't prove he was better than the other two, but looking to avenge his father's life through the death of his son Azam. Wednesday afternoon, August 12, 1801 is still remembered for many as one of the darkest days of this nation, not because they have not found the chosen of the gods, but because it was the day when the French invaded Nigeria. That afternoon was the darkest in all the time that has seen European forces wiped out everything that crossed their path. African people became slaves and their lands were taken with every valuable possession they had.
Created using Powtoon.